Okay, I'm really excited today, everybody, because I am joined by Eli Goree, aka Cassius Clay, aka Muhammad Ali. And before I jump into this interview, anyone watching, we're going to be talking some spoilers about the film. So make sure you watch One Night in Miami first, and then come back to this. Eli, how you doing today, man?
I'm doing great. How are you doing, Steve?
Dude, I'm doing so good. I'm so excited to talk to you. Not only am like a huge Muhammad Ali fan, but to see someone pull it off so well makes me now a huge fan of you as an actor. And it's really exciting. And I think what blew me away the most about your performance is the physical aspect of it, how hard of a physical performance it is to take on Muhammad Ali. So can you kind of go a little bit into the process, especially in like scenes where you're playing him in the ring?
Yeah, that was a lot of preparation and definitely challenging, but worth it. I had to gain quite a bit of weight. I went from 190 to about 220, and I had to also learn how to, move like him and stay graceful and stay quick and agile, because that's what he was known for as an athlete. So I had a great team of fight coordinators and trainers who really helped me develop everything I needed to develop, and it just took a lot of time and hard work and dedication, as they say.
Yeah, and it's interesting. I feel like you taking on that role, you know it's going to be something physical, but I feel like you're taking on a role of someone who is embodies confidence. And I wonder, does Eli in your own life have that confidence, or do you feel like you had to reach to get there of a character like Cassius Clay?
I mean, I feel like we're very different personalities. I think I'm very confident in the things that I feel like like I'm able to do. But at the same time, he's more of an extrovert and I'm more of an
Mm.
introvert personality. So I think it just comes out in different ways. But I definitely learned a lot from him and from studying him and just seeing how he approached different challenges. It definitely taught me a lot about just how to overcome situations.
So you're telling me Eli is doing better than Muhammad Ali would do in a pandemic with the introvert aspect to
Yeah,
it.
for me, it was interesting because as an actor in LA, like you spend like 80% of your day just in the house reading scripts and like stuff like that anyway. So there was obviously a transition, but I think it was probably a lot different for most people that have 9 to 5s. And I'm sure for you too, working in the YouTube space, you spend a lot of time editing on your computer, a lot of time in front of your camera. So it was a little bit easier transition.
Totally. I think it's interesting too about your character in this film and where he is in the whole ensemble is like I took him as a lot of lightness to the film and I would say more of the comic relief in many scenes. And I wonder with working with Regina King, who's also an actor, did she let you guys improvise at all? Or were you guys really sticking to the script with a lot of that?
Um, well, yeah, I mean, I think you're right. First of all, like I did have a lot of the comic relief in some of those scenes, which made it almost a bit of a challenge to try and find the balance because I also had some very dramatic and grounded and intense scenes. I had the fight scenes, which were kind of action packed. So there was a lot of range that had to kind of be covered in the character. And so I really, Regina was instrumental in helping me find the different notes and ground the different scenes in a way that was realistic and authentic and didn't come across as impersonation or anything like that. But in terms of the improving and the ad-libbing, yeah, I had a lot more free range, I think, than the other guys. Everyone had quite a bit of free range, but I think my character just had more opportunities, given the personality type in the given moments. Where if there was something I could say or something that popped out at me, I felt very confident and free to be able to just throw it out there, and they used a lot of it.
Was it intimidating to have someone like Regina King as a director, knowing she's like this amazing actress? Did that kind of, how is that?
It was really amazing. I mean, she was so supportive. She saw anything that you did that was kind of like a habit or a tell as an actor. She would pick up on those things right away and kind of say, you don't need to do that. You can just listen, and the script and the dialogue is of such a quality that it'll have its own naturally created special moments. You don't have to try to force anything, and so it was really, really freeing and very beneficial to have her there for sure.
That's really awesome to hear. And I think I want to ask you too. I think that was on my mind the most after the watching the film was trying to look at what Cassius Clay's main motivation in this film was. And to me, I feel like he was a big part of the glue holding everyone together. And I was going to ask you, what do you think he valued the most? Was it friendship? Was it power? Like he was talking about. Where do you think his head was at most of this story?
I mean, I think, yeah, Cassius definitely sets the table, and then Kingsley kind of cooks the meal and Leslie eats it and Jim cleans up.
Hell
Uh,
yeah.
I think his head was just in a place of realizing that we're stronger together than we are divided, as a people and just as humanity. I think that's where Cassius's head was always at. And he recognized that we could be different and we could have different viewpoints and we could even live different lives and stay in different places in different communities. And there was nothing wrong with that, but that we're still all one people. And realizing the commonalities as more important than the separations, I think was a big part of Cassius's walk and his life and his legacy.
Yeah, for sure. And you portray that so well. And I want to ask too, because there's Oscar buzz with this film. I saw on Twitter you retweeted someone from the Ali family, said they watched the film, and just tell me what that's like experiencing this right now. Are you on like this euphoric kind of trail?
It was crazy because I wasn't even looking for anything to do with One Night in Miami. I was on Twitter. I'm a huge boxing fan. And so
Oh,
I was
wow.
following Clarissa Shields. And then Clarissa had called out Layla for a fight. And I was kind of following that saga. It was like maybe 10 months ago. And I was kind of catching up on it. And then I saw that she called out One Night in Miami. I was like, oh, so I like immediately was like thinking like, what am I gonna write back? I wanted to, I don't want to waste her time or take up her time, but it was really cool to see that that she actually appreciated it and was watching it, and that legacy is just so powerful, and her life in her own right has been so amazing. It was really cool to see that.
Yeah, that's really cool. Just too, as a fan, is like seeing that you got that honor, totally deserved it, and it made me happy as well. Eli, thank you so much for joining me today. Before I let you go, is there anything else you want to promote besides One Night in Miami?
I'm in a film called The Guilty with Jake Gyllenhaal, directed by Antoine Fuqua next year. But really, we just want as many people as possible to go on Amazon to check out One Night in Miami, and hit me up on social media at The Real Eli Goree. You can find me on Instagram, and I love to interact with people.
Awesome. You heard it from the man himself. Eli, thank you so much. And I wish you the best of luck with award seasons. I will definitely be rooting for you.
Thank you, Steve. All the best, brother. God bless. Stay safe.
Take care.